Hello YouTube, how you all doing? Osazmusic here. Welcome to another exciting music lesson. It's going to be a great one today, an interesting one. Today's tutorial is really going to be amazing. So I'll be taking you through one of the classics, The Promise by Andrew Crouch. Will be in the key of D flat. I will say I recommend this tutorial for everybody, both the advanced and the intermediate players who really want to take their piano play, their music knowledge and theory to the next level. This tutorial is for you all. So without much being said, let's dive into the breakdown. We'll be in the key of D flat or C sharp, the key center. So as usual, we'll go through a number system. We have the C sharp for the 1, we have the E flat for the 2, we have the F for the 3, we have the F sharp for the 4, we have the A flat for the 5, we have the B flat for the 6, we have the C for the 7, and back to the 1. Sorry about that. So as you heard, or will I say, if you're new to my channel and you haven't gone through any of my tutorials, I'll kindly say you should go through. We have a lot of interesting stuff there. And also, as usual, like I normally say in all my tutorials, that most beautiful song, will I say, let me stop using that word, most beautiful, all beautiful songs, because all musics are beautiful songs, because they are creative mind from creative people. So every music song that I've ever thought, I've always said that most of it, the intro makes part of the song itself. So if you know basically the intro of the song, you can play 90 or 95% of the song already. Same theory application goes to this song also. So let's dive into the breakdown. So the intro goes this way. So that's the intro. So the intro, let me break it down. The first chord we have is this. It's like a C sharp added to over the F7. So what we have from the top to the bottom, we have the A flat, we have the E flat, the C sharp, the A flat. That's for our right hand. For our left hand, we have the E flat and the F. So there's this rich sweet idea that goes. So the melody that comes with it has this. So your right hand plays the E flat, your left hand plays the F. So it both goes simultaneously. So everything goes simultaneously together. So it goes A flat plays here, F sharp goes here. Then your right hand both play. Then we have the C sharp, the C sharp. So that's what we have. The next chord we have is this, an F sharp, major 7, 13, 10, sorry, added 10 and thereabout. So what we have here is from the top to the bottom, we have the the B flat, the F, the B flat. So we have the B flat, the F, the B flat. While for our left hand, we have the E flat, the C sharp, the F sharp. So we are slowing from the E flat to the F. So everything goes. So the next chord we have is this, an F sharp minor chord, which from the top to the bottom we have the E flat, the A, while for our left hand we have the F sharp, the C sharp, and the F sharp. So we have, that's the first time. The second time we have again the same movement. What changes now is this, we have an A flat minor on our right hand. From the top to the bottom we have the B, the A flat, the E flat. But we're slowing from the F sharp to the E flat. While for our left hand we have the A, the E flat, the F sharp. That's like a F sharp diminished chord, but it's the way it's being voiced, but still a minor chord. So that's what we have. Then the next chord we have, still holding down the A, the E flat, the F sharp. We'll move the A flat minor to the F sharp minor, which we have the A, the F sharp, and the C sharp, but we slow from the E to the F sharp. So that's it. So we have so the next part of the intro we have is the pickup line from the F, the A flat, the B flat to the C, the F, the A flat, B flat to the C. So once we land on the C, we play the F major chord, which we have the F, the A, the F, the C. Sorry, which we have the C, the A, the F, the C. Sorry about that. Well, for our left hand, we have the G minor chord, which we have the B flat, the D, and the G. So we have that. Then the next chord we have is diminished chord over C7 on our left hand. So we have the B flat, the C sharp diminished chord. We have the C sharp, we have the E, and we have the B flat. Sorry about that. We have the B flat, the E, and the C sharp. While for our left hand, we have the B flat, the E, and the C. The next chord we have is this. We have another A flat minor chord over an F. So this is like a half. This is like a half diminished F half diminished chord. So what we have the A flat, the E flat, the B. While for our left hand we have the A flat, the C, and the F. So that's the next chord. So we have then what we have next is this. Another A flat minor chord. So what we have for our right hand, we have the B, the A flat, the E flat. While for our left hand, we have the A and the F. Then the next chord, for our right hand, we have the B flat major chord. First inversion, which we have the B flat, we have the F and the D. While for our left hand, we have the A flat, the D, and the B flat. So we have a pickup line, A flat, F sharp. Then the next chord we have is this. This is what we have. For our right hand, we have the F, the C sharp, the B flat, the G. As for our right hand, we have the F, the C sharp, the B flat, and the G. While for our left hand, we have the C sharp, the B flat, and the E flat. It's like a 2 major. Then what we have next is a pickup line. So we have the C sharp, the E flat. Once we get to the F, we play an F sharp major 7 chord, which we have from the top to the bottom. We have from the top to the bottom we have the F, we have the C sharp, we have the B flat, and we have the F sharp. And while for our left hand, we have the E flat and the A flat. Then we resolve the F to the E flat. That's why we have that. Then we have the. So that's everything together. So everything put together sounds this way. So the song goes in now. So you see, basically, like I said, if you can play the intro, you can play the song too, because we're now moving to the verse of the song. That was the intro, then everything goes. I'll never leave you. You see that the chord structure just following the lyrics of the song itself. So it goes, that's where Andre comes in. Then we have again. Neither forsake you. Well, no matter what you going through. So we have I got goodness for you. I'll be with you. Oh, we have I'll never leave you. Neither So I have, like always, I love you guys. Have a bonus which you can use to like spice up the play to make it a bit richer. In this part, let me just spell it out for you. Which we have this part. This is what I'm saying. So this part, no matter what you going through, this part here. I've taught you this. So this is the next part. So playing this like a single chord, we'll play this. This is what we'll play. We have A flat, the F, the D, the B. We have the B diminished chord. That's for our right hand. For our left hand, we have the A flat, the C, the D, and the B flat. So that's it. So we have then here another chord you can play, an F sharp 7 chord. See how beautiful it sounds. So this is what we'll play here. So what we have here from the top to the bottom, we have the F sharp, the E flat, the B flat. While for our left hand, we have the E, the C sharp, and the F sharp. Then we have this, which I already spelled out. See, I love you guys. I always give you the bonus, that bonus. Or you can play it this way also. Another bonus. So we have from the top to the bottom, we have the F, we have the C, and we have the G. While for our left hand, we're just playing the C sharp, the B flat, the E flat, but we're slim from the B flat to the C. So far we have gone this far. If you didn't get the chord structure, you can always rewind the video to get the chord structures and get used to the chord structures. So this is the next part of the video, which we have this. So this is the next part of the song we have. So here we're just playing a 2-5-1 in the key of E. We are moving into the relative major, the minor, the major third. This is what we're playing. So from the C sharp, we went to the major third, which we are playing like a 2-5, playing a 2-5 in the key of E. So we're playing here. There's a leading tone, the A, the B, the C sharp, the A, the B, the A, the B, the C sharp, to form a major chord second inversion over the C sharp. So we have the C sharp, the E, that's for our A major chord. For our left hand, we have the C sharp, we have the F sharp. So that's it. So what we have here is a B major chord, which we have, that's the 5. We have the E flat, we have the B, we have the F sharp. That's for our right hand, and for our left hand we have the E flat and the B. Then which we have the E major chord. For our right hand we have the E, we have the B, and the A flat. While for our left hand we have the F sharp, the B, and the E. So we have, sorry about that. That's it. Then we'll play another 2-5 in the key of G, which is another minor third. See, the Andrew Crouch was a very, 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 very intelligent, like skillful songwriter. So we are going another major third here, from the E to the G, which we have this. We'll play another 2-5 on the G. So that's it. So we have this, the C, D, E, the pickup, leading tone, pickup line, leading tone. We have the C, the D, the E. So to the play, this is A minor chord. So from the top to the bottom, we have the E, the C, the G. That's the C major chord second inversion over the A minor, which we have the E and the A. That's the first tone. We have a D major chord here, second inversion, which we have the F sharp, the D, and the E. Same chord repeats, the F sharp, the D, and the E. then we'll play a leading tone D, then we'll play this, a G major 7 chord. If you don't have this stretch for the left hand, which we have from the top to the bottom, we have the B, sorry about that, we have the B, we have the F sharp, the D. But for our left hand, we have the B, the D, we have the B, the D, and the G. But if you don't have this 10 stretch for the G, you can just play the B, the G, and the D. So we have, so this is it. And the next part, now we're moving to play a 2-5. Well, okay, the next part now we're playing a 7-3-6 in the key of B major. You see why I said this song is for everybody? So we're playing the 7-3-6 in the key of B major. But so you can, to understand more about 7-3-6, I'm going to add the link to the description of this video of my 7-3-6 chord structure tutorial on that. So you go check it out. So the next part, after the from E we went to the G, then this next part, this is the next chord. We have a leading tone, we have the A flat, we have the B, so we have the A flat, we have the B, we have A flat, B, C sharp, then E flat. Once we resolve on the E flat, we're playing an A flat minor chord, which we have the E flat, the B, the A flat, the E flat, over the B flat minor chord, which we have the B flat, we have the C sharp, we have the F, and the B flat. So we have, then we have this. So this is the next chord, we have an E flat 7. So what we have here, we have the C sharp from the top to the bottom. We have the C sharp, the B flat, we have the G, and the E flat. While for our left hand, we have the C sharp, the B flat, and the E flat. So this is the 7, 3, then to the 6, but the 6 is now played as a diminish. So the 6 is a diminish. So this is what we have. So there's a leading tone, you play this E flat to this. So what we have here, from the top to the bottom, we have a D diminished chord, we have the B, the A flat, the F, and the D. While for our left hand, we have the B, the F, and the E flat. If you don't have this stretch, you can just play this. You can play this instead. You can play the B, the F, and the D, and the C sharp. So this is it. Then the next part. So this is like a 3, 6. Sorry, it's like a 7, 3, 6, which is a passing. Is a passing. So this is more or less like a 6 passing to the 2. But the 2 is being majored. It's being played instead of a minor. You know, your 2 we normally have a minor, but it's being played major. I'm just telling you people the theory behind this song. If you want to know more about my tutorials and how I think, how I break down songs, feel free to sign up for our online music class, piano class. You get to understand music the way I do. So let me just teach the song and less of the theory. So we have the 7-3-6. Then we have this. This in the next. Okay, after this, we have this. So that's what we have. So that's this it here. So we have after this, then we have the leading tone. We have the A flat, A, B. We have this E flat, E, B. So this C sharp 7 chord, which we have here. From the top to the bottom, we have the B, the A flat, F, C sharp. While for our left hand, we have the B, A flat, F, C sharp. Then we resolve this right hand to playing the E major chord, which we have the A flat, the E, and the B. Still giving you that C7 chord, C sharp 7 chord. So we have. Then what we have next is this. So we're playing a 7-3-6. So we're playing a 7-3. Enough of the theory. Let's just play. So this is the next chord we have. We have this F sharp. We have the F minor chord. We have the F minor. Yeah, we have the F minor. I think major 13-11 chord here. So we have after this. Okay, this. So what we have here from the top to the bottom, we have the F, the C sharp, the B flat for our right hand, and or you can always play the A flat with your right hand for those who don't have that stretch. While for our left hand, we have the F, the C sharp, and the F. So we have this. So we have this. This is the next chord we have. So this is the next chord, the B flat 7 chord. From the top to the bottom, we have the F sharp, we have the D and the B flat. While for our left hand, we have the A flat, the D and the B flat. So we have. So what we have is this from here. Then we have. So I've taught you this also. So what we have here is E flat minor 13 chord. So we have here for 11-13 here. So what we have here, we have from our right hand, we have the E flat, we have the F, and we have the C sharp. While for our left hand, we have the the F sharp, the B flat, and the E flat. So what we're doing from here, we're slowing from the E flat to the F. So we play this, which we have here. The next chord we have is the F, the C sharp, and the E flat over the same chord. So you can always play it this way if you don't have this stretch, or you can just play E flat both octave. So that's it. So that's it. So from here. Sorry about that. After this, then we'll go. So you see that? Come back to this. So you see that I thought you can always rewind the video to get this chord I just played, because I already spelled out all this chord already. So it's that from here. That's everything. That's the whole song. Then the next part, they have this part that goes. Sorry. So we have. So the next part. So it is it. So. So that's it. So what we have here is. So what we have here, from the top to the bottom, we have this. For our right hand, we have the B flat, we have the F, we have the C sharp and the B flat. So we have the B flat, the F, the C sharp and the B flat. While for our left hand we have the G, the E flat and the G. Then we have, so this is the next chord we have. So we have this. For our right hand we have the A altered, we have the A, the E flat, the C sharp, the E. For our left hand we have the E flat and the F sharp. So we have, so we have the C minor. And so we have the E flat minor, yeah, C minor. Sorry, not E flat. We have the C minor. So what we have here from the top to the bottom, we have the F, the D, the B flat, the F. For our right hand, the F, the D, the B flat, and the F. While for our left hand, we have the E flat, the G, and the C. Then we have this next. So what we have here, from the top to the bottom, we have the A flat, we have the F, we have the C sharp, and we have the E. You can always add this E flat. For our left hand, we have the E flat and the F. Then we have this. We have this. Next, we have the A, the F, and the D. We have the A, the F, and the D. For our right hand and for our left hand, we have the A flat and the B flat. Then resolve to this. The A resolves to the A flat. Then, so that's it. So we have. So we have this. We have this. Next, which we have the from the top to the bottom. So we have. So this is what we have next. Sorry, it was not that. We have this, which I already spelled out earlier at the beginning of this video. Just spell it out. We have the F, the C sharp, the B flat, the G. While for our left hand, we have the E flat, the B flat, the E flat. Then so to end the song, you actually did this classical ending, very nice one. After this, then you go to the B major 7 chord, they play this. So what they played there was basically from the top to the bottom. We have the C sharp, we have the A flat, we have the F sharp, and the D. That's the D major 7 chord root position. While for our left hand, we have the F sharp, the A, the F sharp, the A, and the D. So we have. So you are resolving this, playing this C sharp. We are playing it. We are playing the D major 7 chord backwards. So we are playing an arpeggio with the chord. So you see. So we have this next. So this is what we have next. The next chord we have is this B. So this is a B, this is a G major 7 chord. So we have. So what we have here, we have the B, the B, the F sharp, the D, and the B. While for our left hand, we have the G, D, G. So we go back to the D major chord, which we have the C sharp, the E flat, so we have the E flat, the E flat, the C sharp, the A flat, then the C sharp, the A flat, the C sharp. So it's like the one. So That's it. That's the whole song. So once it goes, um, um, so that's the whole song. You see why I said this song was a very very interesting song and very helpful to all top piano players. So as usual, thank you for sticking to the end of this video. If you love this video, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, share, and also always don't forget to drop a comment. I love feedbacks. It lets me know that you guys really enjoy what I do and it encourages me to do more. And you can always drop a video description. You can always drop a video suggestion for your songs that you want me to break down. I'm open to that. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking through to the end of this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you all, and remember, bless. God bless you all. Cheers.